some reason, the topic of the week, the theme that seems to be like a through line between all of the different conversations that I've been having this week is, what is your exit plan? You said that this is temporary. You said that you know that you want to pursue your creativity full time. You said that you are ambitious. You said that you have big dreams and big goals. So what's the plan? And when I tell you I'm having such a rough week, when I tell you I had such a long day at work today, I can't say too much. But also, I mean, all I can say is that I can't give my soul to this job. That's one of the things I said to my coworker this afternoon, like when I left before work. I had a realization that had me go, I can't give my soul to this place. I can't. Because no matter how devoted you are, no matter how much of yourself you give, it's not always going to be recognized. It's not always going to be appreciated. It's not always going to be seen. And you can be valued one moment, and the next moment, but the budget. But we had to make, And I hate when people like cut around corners and like beat around the bush. But there's been like talk about layoffs in different museums and things. Just the art world is having a moment right now. If you've seen at all, every industry is having a moment right now. And so low key's been in the back of my mind, like, what happens? What if? You know what I mean? You can have the reassurance that your job is safe for 1 second, but the next second you never know. You just never know. Life is happening so crazy right now. People are losing grant funding. People are getting grants. People are getting jobs. People are losing jobs. It's just crazy time. So what is your plan in the event that something happens, being that it's such an uncertain time? I mean, the MFA recently slashed so much of their teams, their curators, that they had hired women of color across different teams. Actually, I know one of them, and I've been meaning to reach out to her just to be like, hey girl, I see you. I just want to check in on you. But she was a curator at the MFA, and we had met. We had connected a few times. We had bonded. Like, we have had our photo taken together. Amazing Black woman. She's so dope. Like, her aura, her energy is like amazing. So I would love to find some time to like check in on her and be like, are you good? How's life? But it's just crazy times. Like, one day you're looking across the way and it's like, oh shoot, that's crazy that it's happening over there. And then it starts happening over here, right? Not that it is, but it's just like, you just never know. You never know. You never think it's gonna be you, right? That's the thing. Like, you never think that surely couldn't be us. Look at the craziness that's happening in other countries. Surely that could never be America. Surely, So I'm just like, if push comes to shove, do I have an exit plan? If push comes to shove, what do I see myself doing with my life? And I would hate to give my soul to a company that doesn't see me, that doesn't value what I bring, or they say they do, but they don't show it in their actions, So many times you hear stories of like, people will be in a role for years. It's so funny. As we're talking about this, there's someone that I know from my church, actually. She was telling me she devoted 16 years of her life to her job. 16 years in one job. That couldn't be me. I'm so sorry. No matter, I will never fight the allegations of Gen Z not being committed to da-da-da-da-da. You want me to be committed to that? 16 years, barely any pay raise, barely any upward mobility, nothing to show for it. I'm sorry. We're not taking it. We're not having it. Now, I'm very loyal. I'm not one to be job hopping. Like, if I say I'm going to be here, I want to be here and make sure that I have an impact here that I take my time to do what I came here to do. Once it feels like I'm overstaying my welcome, that's different. But I don't think I've quit a job yet. Well, I've quit like different jobs, like when I was in college and things, because like it was like the end of the summer, so I had to go back to school, blah blah blah. Like that's different. But like to leave a workspace, to be bouncing from workplace to workplace every 5 months, I haven't had that. Like I've been loyal to one place, but I also saw that what that loyalty led to. You know, I I stayed with one place, and it gave so much of myself in the end to be like, well, we appreciate you, but you know, and I'm like, what if that happens to me again? What if that happens to me again? That's like that's the thinking, you know. So, what's your plan, Lynn? What's your plan? What do you want to do? What do you see for yourself? Where do we go from here? You know. And yeah, I'm all over the place. All over the place. Very, very mixed emotions. I'm gonna share very candidly because I don't give a fuck. You know, my job, I love the work that I do. I love the work that I do. I love the place that I get to work at. It's literally like I spent so much of my time there in college. I come from, not even from Worcester, from Dudley, from my college campus. I would take the school shuttle to Worcester, get on the train, get into Boston, and then Uber to the museum or take the train. Or when they say took a boat, 3 planes, 5 trains, flew, that was me. That's how devoted I was to just being in art spaces, to soaking in new experiences. I would go to the different art institutions, spend all my time there and sit around, go to the ICA, go to the MFA. But specifically this museum, I spent so much time here. I was just telling somebody that it was the last place that I visited right before COVID. And it was like a eerie energy in the space. Like it was so weird. It was like February, March 2020. The museum was like, there weren't that many people who came out. Like it was literally the last place I visited before COVID. And then I'm trying to get tickets to visit again. I see this job posting that literally describes me perfectly. And so I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely, sign me up, you know? And so I say all that to say that I love what I do. I love the work that I do, but I know that this is not the end for me, you know? I'm building my career. I'm building my career, and this is just one of the phases that I have to go through. I believe that everything that has happened to my life has helped me and shaped me in so many ways. Everything happens for a reason. As much as I hate the term sometimes, it's tea. You know, I'm very grateful for all the experiences that I have because it informs the next thing that I end up doing. You know what I mean? And so it's so crazy. When I was in my phase of working as a commercial photographer, I worked for a commercial photography agency. I worked in the background to see, this is how you negotiate your rate. This is how you put a budget together. This is how you make this work. This is how you put together a team. I was working in the background of that. Now that I'm in arts programming and I want to do crazy cool stuff, I'm literally getting the background. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm getting like the most exclusive masterclass. Like this is as exclusive as it gets. I'm in the room where the decisions are made. I'm in the room where the ideas are pitched, where audience development is sharpened, where programming is planned. Like this is the behind the scenes exclusive look that I'm getting into this that will greatly inform everything that I do from here on out, literally. And so I'm so grateful for the work that I get to do. But I have to be honest and say that I haven't been the most supported in this role as I could have been. There were just a lot of transitions that happened during the time that I joined the team. It's been a shit show. I joined the team. My boss goes on vacation, never comes back. Okay? Comes back, complications left and right. I'm left without a manager, without much guidance. Again, from day one, I had no idea Why did you people bring me here? What am I supposed to do? But I bodied it. Like, I knew what I came here to do. I knew what I had envisioned this role to be for me, and I got to work. Okay? As black people, we barely get to be in the room. You get in the room, you make it work for yourself. It's great to have a manager. It's great to have support, but if I'm not gonna have it, I'm gonna make it work for myself. That's just my work ethic, you know? And so I literally did the best I could with what I got, and I made the best out of this for myself. But it just constantly shifted, expectations constantly shifted. Not much support, not much guidance, not much clearance. This is coming, like, a certain vision is coming from here, a certain vision is coming from there. Who do I even report to? Girl, is everybody okay? It's been rough, and I save face. You save face. You don't let things get to you. You smile. You show up for the meeting. You show up to work. Even with everything that I'm dealing with outside of work, I showed up. I gave my time. I was devoted. I was dedicated. I pour my all into my work. I love connecting out in the community with people. I love supporting people and the things that they're doing. I find so much joy in my work. It's amazing that I get to do this. Again, I'm doing this on a personal scale through my creative studio, but I'm doing this on behalf of an institution, a museum at that. Like, it's such amazing work that I get to do. Again, it literally feels like more like mentorship than work, you know? I don't want the TV to be distracting y'all. I hope it's not weird. I was watching The Office. So, but I know that this is not the end for me. You know, I recognize that this is not the end for me. As much as I'm recognizing that, like, I have made the best of this role, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. I was having a conversation with my coworker earlier. I was like, I'm actually very tired. And I was like, I play face a lot. I what's this? Brush things off a lot. I just keep it pushing. I work really hard because that's just me. That's my default. My default is to work. I don't have time to complain. I don't have time to overthink. Well, I overthink a lot, but like, I don't have time to dwell. I have to find a solution. I have to make butter out of water. So I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got. But I had a moment where I was like, I'm really tired, actually. I'm very exhausted just at this job. This is minus what's happening in the world outside of this job. In this job alone, I'm very exhausted. There's been a lot of uncertainty. I just got my job description just a couple months ago after being in this role for a year. Guidance has been unclear. I'm all over the place. So we had a moment today in a meeting where basically, you know, part of my role is to like build out a system and blah blah blah. Again, no guidance. So I'm like, okay, so this is how I think this should be built out. I'm the lead strategist on this. This is the space that I'm putting together. And it's just been a conversation that's gone back and forth and back and forth. We're just like walking in circles. These people love to walk in circles, girl. We can spend 15 years talking about one thing and it never gets anywhere. And that's basically been one of those, you know? And so today we had like a check-in on like what is actually good, like an actual temperature check with some senior leadership on the call and just kind of like what is happening. And there was a point where so we're working with the IT team to develop this space for us, you know. There was a point where the IT director was like, this has not been fair to Lynn at all. And he was like, I'm sorry, Lynn, like, we did not set you up for success. Like, you did not get clear guidance on this. Like, you have not been supported. And he's like, we're setting up this thing for you in this version of the software that we use just to literally pull the rug from up under you because we're transitioning to a newer version. When I tell you I started crying on that call, when I tell you I turned off my camera, I mean, I wasn't like literally weeping, but like I couldn't, because I was holding back tears throughout that call because I'm texting my friend. I'm texting Brie and I'm just like, I think I want to quit my job. I was like in like 5 meetings back to back. In one of the meetings, I was like, I think I want to quit my job just to like go in the meeting. And she's like, hello, what's going on? What do you, everybody stop, everybody slow down. And so, you know, I'm like, she's back and she's like behind the scenes in these meetings with me where I'm like processing things, you know. So it's been like 3 meetings in a row. It's been 5 meetings in a row all day. I'm tired. It's the end of the day. I was already fighting back tears during that conversation because I literally was like, I don't have anything to bring to this conversation. I'm gonna let them figure it out for themselves because I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of everybody. I'm sick and tired of everything. So I'm just gonna let senior leadership figure it out for themselves, you know? And so I I'm holding back tears throughout that call. And at the end, like, he hit me with that, and waterworks. Just whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it made me feel so seen. It made me feel like I'm not crazy because I can easily, one thing about me, like, you know how there are people who don't recognize when they do something wrong? They don't recognize when it's their fault. They're not able to take accountability. I take too much accountability. Like, before I call somebody out on their bullshit, I'm like, maybe it's me. Like, I always find a way to make it about me. Like, if these glasses are broken on the floor on the subway, and I don't know whose glasses they are. That's how crazy this sounds. I don't know whose glasses they are. I don't know where they came from. And they're broken on the floor. I'm like, did I just step on that? And it's like, girl, hush. Like, I'm so quick to put the blame on me. Like, I can't explain it. I just put the blame on me, you know? So I'm like, maybe it's me. Like, maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe I'm not working. Maybe it's not. So for somebody to be like, and they've been like, you know, they've been like, hey girl, this is a lot, but don't just this is a lot me, tell me what to do, because decisions got to come for you. So don't just this is a lot me, you know what I mean? But like, to be seen in that way, like, yeah, no, we didn't really set you up for success in this, like, nah, we really played in your face. I was like, okay, I'm not tripping, you know what I mean? To get that, okay, I'm not tripping, it's very rare. It's very rare in a church, and I literally texted him afterwards. I was like, thank you, you know? But like, it's, I don't know how much longer I can do this, because I recognize the pattern, the hamster wheel, the pattern of the hamster wheel. We take forever. We sit on one thing, we ruminate on it, and I don't know that I don't know how much more I have to give. Not in a sad way. Like, I'm sad. I'm like, the sadness is like, damn, I thought I was tripping. Wow, I feel so seen in this moment. Oh my gosh, I can finally say that I'm exhausted. Like, now that you see how horrible this is, I can finally say, yes, I'm overwhelmed. At some point, he even said, like, I bet Lynn doesn't even want to see this because we did her so dirty. To hear that is, I can't even explain to you how seen I felt in that moment. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Because a year into this, we're having day one conversations. A year into this, we're having onboarding conversation. This is something that was supposed to be part of like my onboarding, you know? And so, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about. And I always knew that I don't see myself there forever. I definitely see myself being independent, running my creative studio, working on projects, working with museums. Let's partner together. Let's make some money together. But for like, as part of the team, absolutely not. I never saw that for me long term. As an employee, absolutely not. You know, I love going consulting gig, girl. Bring me in anytime. Let's consult. Let's work. Let's do this. Let's do that. But my independence and my freedom and my self-guidance, that's what I need in my life. And knowing what I know now, because it was weird, because it's so funny. I was, again, talking to a friend about this, and I was like, I was working part-time so that I could run my business part-time. You know what I mean? So like, the part-time work supports, literally, they feed each other, you know? So that I could have time to devote into the things that I do. And it was perfect setup for me. But I felt like, oh, I have to do the corporate America thing. That's what makes the most sense. That's what makes the most sense. Corporate America don't make no type of sense. These people are crazy. These people are insane. And I prefer self-governance and self-guidance. So I'm ready. So what's good? So again, back to the beginning. What's the plan? What's the plan? Because something's got to give, something's got to shift. You know, I'm literally, ugh, girl, when I tell you I've just been crying to everybody today. But I was, again, talking to my, I've literally just been telling everybody this. As long as I'm sad, you're going to hear all the sadness. But I'm like, dude, I give my all. I give my all. I commute super long days. You know, last night I got home at 11 because I worked 2 events after work. Go into work, sat in meetings back to back to back to back to back. And I tabled that I tabled that an event, and I supported the opening of a new exhibition in the city by one of our partners. I got home so late. I was so exhausted. I just want to do my taxes. My tax guy is waiting on me. And I'm probably just going to do it tonight. Like, he's been waiting on me. I just want to do my taxes. I promise you, I just want to do my taxes. You know? So, like, it's definitely, like, it's interesting. That's the word I'm going to use. It's just an interesting realization at my last job, when I realized that I no longer wanted to be in this space, when I no longer felt seen and valued in that space. I ignored myself. I ignored myself, and I held on and I held on and I held on. And I was overlooked, undervalued, disrespected, disregarded. And so I'm in a similar situation. What am I going to do? And what is it? Not dismissed, but like disposed of. Hey, God forbid, nobody can dispose of me in Jesus' name. Not disposed of. But like in the end, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, no. Yes, we value you, but goodbye. Am I going to let this happen to me again? Who knows? Am I willing to let this happen to me again? I don't know. You know? So yeah. I'm just thinking about life. You have to. You can't be stagnant. I don't want to live a stagnant life. I don't want to live a life where I blink and it's been 5 years and I'm in the same spot. I blink again, it's been 10 years, I'm in the same spot. I can't do that. I'm thinking about somebody that was that my first or second job? I think that was my first job, working at Wendy's, like right before college. Like the summer before college, I was working at Wendy's. And then one of my coworkers, she was like, I've been working here for 15 years, flipping burgers for 15 years. And I was like, 15? Even then, I just couldn't grasp. I just couldn't grasp the idea of being in one place. I'm thinking about the person who was flipping burgers for 15 years. I'm thinking about the person that I know who's been at her job for 16 years and she got injured on the job and they're playing in her face. You gave your time, you were devoted, you gave your all. You got injured on the job and they're gaslighting you. Come on, bro. That can't be my life. I'm sorry, that can't be my life. That can't be my life. In just 10 years, gosh, in just the last 10 years of my life, between 2016 and now, I've worked multiple jobs across different industries to really figure out what I want to do. I've done multiple internships. I've done artist residencies. I started a business. I've had creative studios. I've gotten 4 grants. I've lived in different states. I don't know. That's just 10. We're not even at 15. Because the next 5 are about to get crazy. That's just 10. I can't blink and my life looks the same every time I blink. No. I can't. I literally can't do that. That's not living. That's surviving. That's getting by. That's just letting life happen to you. You're just standing there and it's just like, oh, you know, like that scene in SpongeBob where it's just like changing the scenes. I can't do that. And I can't live a life where I'm at the mercy of somebody in the ether somewhere. I can't do that. I can't do that. And so yeah, that's what's on my mind today. No, clear. I just wanted to vent. So if you made it this far, thank you. But I just wanted to capture this moment in time. I just wanted to validate kind of like what I've been processing, what I've been feeling, what's been on my mind. And this is just kind of like, this is my first time saying this out loud. It was scary to text that to my friend earlier, but it was my first time saying it out loud. And just acknowledging that this is something that's in my mind, you know. Because again, last time, it just feels like my life is repeating. For some reason, I feel like my life is repeating, and I don't want to live a repetitive life in Jesus' name. My life, again, see, I don't do stagnation. My life needs to move forward. I don't like reliving the same moment over and over again, and it feels like one of those moments. And last time, I ignored myself, I gaslit myself, and I stayed, and then they got rid of me. Do with that information what you will, okay? So yeah, that's what's on my mind right now. And to my future self, from a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, girl, I hope you jump ship not too long after recording this video. I hope you bet on yourself not too long after recording this video. You know, like, you're doing amazing things. You're doing really, really cool things. You're onto something. You just got another grant. You're about to work on a crazy project. And I really hope that my future self is just like soaring because of this project that I'm about to do. I really hope that it opens other doors for me, and that I'm able to not just survive but sustain a beautiful lifestyle that I know that I deserve, that I am deserving of, off of this right here, off of this and this. The work of my hands, the work of my hands will be blessed in Jesus' name. Everything I touch turns to gold. Hello? Don't do me. Okay? So yeah, that's what's on my mind right now, y'all. Pray for you, girl. Pray for me for clarity. And I'll be praying for you too, for clarity, for bravery. Clarity and bravery. To take the steps you need to in whatever season that you're navigating. To just get it done. Just get it done. That's it. Bye.